Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmay Vishwas. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry the Mystery of Molecules. Today's topic of discussion is Prince reaction, and I shall discuss this topic along with one MCQ. And this is the main reaction, and there is some twist. That's why I have given this question mark. But before going to details, one MCQ. Question is, what is the major product of this reaction? Four options are provided, and in this case TFOH means terephthalic acid. This is the structure. I request you student, please pause the video, try by yourself, and whatever answer you get, please write in the comment box. Don't hesitate whether your answer will be right or wrong, because self-evaluation is essential for improvement, and don't worry, after some time or at the end of the discussion you'll get the right answer. Now let's come to our main topic, Prince reaction. Actually, as I told, depending on reaction condition, three different product formation possible, and in this case the condition is mainly solvent you may consider. So what are the three different condition? One is anhydrous acid, which produces allylic alcohol. Second is water and protic solvent, protic acid like sulfuric acid. In this case product is 1,3-diol. And the third is formaldehyde, excess formaldehyde and low reaction temperature, and in this case product is dioxane. So in very short summary, you can see this is the alkene in presence of acid and anhydrous acid, more specifically allylic alcohol. This is 1,3-diol, and finally this is the dioxane derivative. Okay, I shall explain everything step by step. Now let's first come to the first topic, that is anhydrous acid, and product is allyl alcohol, this one. Okay, so this is the allylic position attached to this allylic alcohol. Now what happens here? In this case you can consider that it is aldehyde, and this is the alkene, and this is proton. Now we know proton is actually a hard center, or you may consider it is hard acid. So it will prefer to add with hard base, and in this case this aldehyde is hard base, because means aldehyde oxygen, more specifically if I say hard base, because oxygen is very highly electronegative, electron density more, and it has two lone pair of electron. That's why this is hard base. But you can say that, sir, we have read previously that hydration of alkene to alcohol by concentrated sulfuric acid, this thing we have read, but isn't it possible here? Student, logically this is also possible, but remember alkene is soft base. So if you consider stability point of view, then hard acid hard base combination resulted more stability. So that's why these hard acid and hard base will react together in this reaction. Okay, so first what happens, these get protonated, this aldehyde. In the next step it produces, so you can think that it produces a protonated species. What do I mean by the statement? That proton attachment. Now we know aldehydes are electron deficient, means this aldehyde carbon, fine, it's true, but after protonation the electron deficiency increases further. Okay, and consequently what happens, that these alkene act as nucleophile. So you can say in this way. By the way, the concept associated with nucleophilic addition on carbonyl is called Bargy-Dunich trajectory or Burgi-Dunich trajectory. So you may visit that lecture, I have already uploaded, so for your better understanding. Now, so this thing we understood, that alkene will attack, means the HOMO or pi of alkene will act as a nucleophile. Fine. Now where the carbocation or charge will come? The charge will come in that position where it is more stable. Okay, and in this case I have used this substituted alkene, and generally it is considered that this R is electron rich or donating, or you may consider it has some plus I effect. Why I am saying that it should be donating? See student, here alkene is acting as the nucleophile to the carbonyl, so it is expected that alkene must be electron rich, because we know if alkene is attached to any electron releasing group, it is electron rich, but if it is attached to any electron withdrawing group, it is deficient. If this alkene is electron rich, then only it can attack to the corresponding carbonyl efficiently. So that's why, means these R group have some donation, means plus I or plus R effect. So that's why positive charge is more stable at this position. So that's why carbocation will be produced here. Now just try to recall the condition. Anhydrous acid means no water or acetic acid like protic solvents are there. So in this case what happens? The means neighboring carbon hydrogen means this proton could be abstracted, it will go back and ultimately it will produce this allylic alcohol. Now student, if I ask you that, see, in the second step H plus or acid is regenerated, in the first step it is consumed, so you may consider that this is catalytic. Acid is sufficient for this process, and in this way this is the allylic alcohol is produced. Now let's go to the second example, that is water and protic acid like sulfuric acid. Okay, product is 1,3-diol. You know sulfuric acid is strong acid, and in this case instead of H plus I should represent this thing as H3O plus, because in water free H plus doesn't exist, it remains in H3O plus condition. Now still there is oxygen, so similar way like as I explained previous, protonation will happen, and similar way it will produce this intermediate carbocation, and in this subsequent stage this water will act as nucleophile here. So after this state what it will produce? It will produce OH having plus charge, means positive, formal positive charge on oxygen, and along with this there is OH. Now this proton will be eliminated, means it will remove this H plus, and ultimately it will produce 1,3-diol. So this is the 1,3-diol, because this is 1, 2, 3. It's an arbitrary numbering, I don't know the nature of this R. Now instead of water, acetic acid can also be used as a solvent or nucleophile, then you can expect the product will be final this acetate ester. By the way, what is the difference between acetic acid versus water such that such kind of property could be observed for acetic acid? So the structural similarity between the water and acetic acid, and in both case these oxygen has lone pair of electrons, so they can participate in the reaction. For example, these can attack here and ultimately it can produce this ester derivative. Fine. Now let's come to the third point, that is excess formaldehyde and low reaction temperature, and in this case product is dioxane. Dioxane is cyclic ether having 2 oxygens. Now similar way this will be produced, and since we have taken excess of aldehyde, and in this case this excess aldehyde is acting as nucleophile because it is present in the reaction medium as excess, so it will attack. So after attacking, this oxygen will have a formal positive charge, you can see here. Fine. So now if you look at the position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, and here this oxygen also has lone pair of electron, and if this oxygen do this reaction via intramolecular fashion, okay student, intramolecular reaction this is, then first attack will happen and it will open, so ultimately it will produce first this protonated species, in the second step water, means this H plus will be eliminated and it will produce the final dioxane derivative. Now student, please remember one statement, that intramolecular reactions are always faster or favored over intermolecular because of proper conformational orientation, and both thermodynamic and kinetic point of view these intramolecular reactions are favored over intermolecular reactions. So this is the main mechanism for 3 type of conditions. Now let's come to some examples, and first example is related to industry, that is application in rubber industry. How? We know that in presence of 25% sulfuric acid, room temperature, means rest of thing is water, so in the medium water is there, so you can expect that first of all this is the major product, you can expect some amount of this may be there in the reaction medium, but eventually both will result in the same product because in acidic medium. So ultimately dehydration, means let's look at the real example. See, this is water, this is hydrogen. So this part will eliminate as one water. So this will produce one alkene, means you can consider that this part is produced from this. Now let's come to the second part. Here OH and there are H. So this part will remove and it will produce this double bond. So in this way, this actually isoprene, this is called. So it is produced, and this is used in rubber industry extensively. How? So this isoprene can prepare this 4 types of polymer, you can see, and they are rubber. Further modification also possible, but they are the main thing. So this is the basic, you may consider the part or in basic component in the rubber industry, and that could be obtained using this Prince reaction. Now let's go to the overall understanding till now. So what we have understood about the mechanism till now is that activation of carbonyl group by protonation reaction, means in presence of any acid, followed by a nucleophilic attack by alkene, one case, or you may consider aldehyde if it is in excess. Now in this case, another thing we learned that alkene should not be electron deficient. It is better if it is electron rich, because the first step is associated with the nucleophilic attack by alkene to the carbonyl group. So this thing we have understood. Now innocent question is, can we use Lewis acid instead of protein H+? Because why this thing is important? If your molecule is multifunctional and have some center which are maybe H+ or proton sensitive, this acid sensitive, then instead of H+, can you use Lewis acid? Is it possible? Conceptually it is possible, and in reality also it is observed. So this is the reference. Now this is the aldehyde, you can see. This is the alkene, means styrene, and in this case this iron 3+ is Lewis acid. And see that toluene 80 degrees centigrade and 12 hour, and in this case it produces the final this dioxane derivative. Okay, since you can see that aldehyde is taken 2 equivalent, so that's why this thing possible. Okay, so one part of aldehyde you can consider consumed here, another part is consumed here, means I am not showing about the oxygen, just this R1CH means carbon part. So in this way, and 4 examples are also done. So you can see that these could also be catalyzed by Lewis acid. Now next example. Next example is little interesting, student. This molecule apparently looks little complicated. Actually it's a big molecule, but I request you try to focus on the center where the reaction is happening, and that is marked in blue color. Okay, so if you look at this part, just this part, this is nothing but a alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, and we know alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound can have a canonical form. I've already discussed a dedicated lecture about the reactions of alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl. It can undergo 2 types of addition, 1,4 addition or 1,2 addition. Now it can have a canonical form, just I am focusing on this area. So you can consider that it can produce O, this O minus, this is the double bond, and this is this is the carbon. Now this is the plus charge. Just focus there, means this carbon is electron deficient, I want to mean that. Okay, and this is electron rich, this carbonyl oxygen. And by the way, if you add proton, then the reaction becomes more facile, means TFA. This is trifluoroacetic acid, and this is significantly strong acid, student, because of the minus I effect of 3 fluorine atom, or in combination you can say the overall minus I effect of this CF3 group. Fine. So this is the protonation, and after protonation this contribution of this canonical form increases. Now, and that's how you can get more positive charge density at this carbon. Okay, so in this way you are generating the carbocation. So you can see this thing little efficiently. So protonation happened here, H+, consequently this resonance is there. Fine. Now see what is the position 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this double bond we have learned that it can act as a nucleophile, and this is student intramolecular reaction, which is more favored, so reaction is expected to happen smoothly. So you can see this is 0 degree centigrade RT, means so milder condition. Now these will attack here. Okay, why this positive charge? Because first positive charge was here, then this oxygen participates in resonance with its lone pair of electron. Fine, because of that, so it will attack and it will open up. Okay, so when it will open up, ultimately what it will result? It will result so this is O, this is OH. Fine, this is double bond, means enolic derivative, so this is now here the 6-member ring. This is the oxygen and the positive charge is here. Okay, and now just forgot other part, I am not going simple. Now this part we have understood this thing properly. So this is the oxygen atom with the lone pair. Now reaction is carried out in water, means then water it is written. So water will act as nucleophile here. You may consider that HOH, just the same mechanism. So water will get attached here, and this is actually student a ketoenol tautomerism. So it will tautomerize into corresponding carboxylic acid, because this is ester, because this is the enol of corresponding ester. This part we understood, and here this carbocation is quenched and produces this OH. So in this way the final product is produced. Now, so in conclusion, what you have learned today, in this reaction aldehyde act as a base or nucleophile, means base in the first stage for proton addition and electrophile for in the next stage, because after proton addition it became better electrophile, and alkene act as nucleophile. Point number 1. Carbon center is hard, but alkene is, means in this case this this is not carbon center, this is oxygen center is hard base, but alkene is soft base because carbon based. Third is reaction proceeds through carbocation as intermediate. Now carbocation can undergo addition reaction if any nucleophilic agent like water or acetic acid is present. If no nucleophile is there, then elimination reaction happens to produce the alkene, because the carbocation, means H plus eliminates and molecule get neutralized. Now, so let's come back to the MCQ. What is the major product of this reaction? Please look at the example carefully. Trifluoric acid means trifluoromethane sulfonic acid, CF3. This is the S double bond O, S double bond OH. Student, this is a very strong acid, and more specifically if I say this is super acid. I have already discussed many lectures on superacid. You may visit to such that you can learn what superacidity actually is. In short, it's a very strong acid. Fine. And in this case, student, this reaction happens by means first protonation, you can see here, and then reaction proceeds accordingly. Now please look at the options. 3 equivalent I have given, and no water is there. So simple dioxane derivative. So this is the answer. Okay, so I think this question is pretty interesting, because it is easy if you know the concept, but it is difficult otherwise to find out the answer. And in this case I shall not say any trick, student. Just this is an alkene, this is excess aldehyde in presence of very strong acid, catalytic amount 1 mole/, because H plus is produced at the end. So this produces this dioxane derivative. Okay, so this is the end of the discussion. Thanks for watching, and if you really enjoy my content, please help this channel to grow, and I request you, if possible, please visit my another channel, Climate and Chemistry, where I upload global warming and climate change related videos. Stay happy, stay blessed. See you in my next video.